We did have one really good match on the show between Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler, which isn't saying much because the match was far from a barn burner, but it was easily the best thing on Raw this week, I would argue. We had Drew McIntyre come out. It was Drew McIntyre Appreciation Night at the request of the acting Raw GM Baron Corbin, only to be interrupted by Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler said, hey, what happened to me in the video package? Where was I? I was kind of the one that brought you to Raw. What happened to our partnership? And McIntyre predictably said, I don't need you. I never needed you. Get the fuck out of my face. I love that. McIntyre essentially verbally burying Dolph Ziggler is something I love to see. I thought that was great. And then it was all downhill from there after Ziggler hit McIntyre with the zigzag, walked out on McIntyre, and then Baron Corbin says, no. You're going to have a match right here on Raw. So they had the match. It was well wrestled. It was a good match. But McIntyre ended up losing to Dolph Ziggler after Finn Balor distracted McIntyre from the outside, handing McIntyre his first pinfall loss one-on-one since he arrived in WWE, or since he returned to WWE earlier this year. And it came at the hands of fucking Dolph Ziggler. So again, if they really want to make me care about Balor and McIntyre at TLC, they could have played up. Like, if anything, I would love to have seen Balor be the one to beat McIntyre at TLC. Then you could have had McIntyre beat the shit out of Balor right after their match. Balor could have been the one to boast that he was the first one to beat McIntyre since he came back to Raw in April. Clearly, that can't happen anymore. I mean, it could still happen, but Ziggler got that nod instead by beating McIntyre on the show. So McIntyre clearly has to get his win back at some point. But Ziggler, Dolph Ziggler, like, who gives a fuck? I don't give two shits about Dolph Ziggler. So I thought that was a waste. But it was a good match, but a waste.